Hey everybody, and welcome to this special edition of the Pan Future podcast. I attended the local March for Science today here in Eugene, Oregon, and it was a fantastic event. Really, there were a lot of people. I'm probably terrible at estimating crowd sizes, but I think a few thousand were probably there. And it was great to have some speakers, including a professor from the university, and one of our representatives, Peter DeFazio, was there as well. And I took the opportunity to speak to a few people about why they were there and why they wanted to make this public statement. So what follows here is a little run of what those people had to say, and I want to thank them also for taking the time to talk to me. Excuse me. I host a science podcast, and I was wondering if you would like to say a few things about why you're here today. If you would.
Sure.
And then give me your name and what you do, if you don't mind. Your first name is fine.
My name is Trevor, and I am a substitute science teacher.
Right?
And I'm here to stand with science and make sure that we are acting on the scientific findings that we have that push the current administration to support science.
Yeah. Okay, great. And I see your sign says science is a verb. So what does that mean to you?
Well, we were just talking about this. My name is Caitlin, by the way. I think to me this means that science, it's a method. And we were talking about how the conclusions of science are just as important as the methods of science,
As
like
doing
finding
it,
science
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
And using that responsibly. And the government has a big role in that. It's a very political system. And I think right now our planet is in kind of a crisis thanks to us, and we need to do something about it. And the government can help us with that a lot. So that's why I'm here today.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
So my name is Gabby Calkins, and I'm a science teacher.
Okay.
And I'm here because we need to fight for our environment. We need our children to be able to have a clean environment. We need to have a world that's livable. Air and water belongs to everyone, and we need to take care of it.
Yeah, great. I have a feeling I'm going to meet a lot of teachers here today. That seems to be... that's where it all starts, and that seems to be as... education is kind of under fire, isn't it? Do you experience that in your own work? Is it difficult to get your students to learn or to have the support from the government that you need to do your job, really?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think we just need to make sure that we send the message out that you can't just make things up just because they're what you think.
Yeah.
You know, the facts are facts,
Right.
not beliefs or opinions.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Hi.
How about you?
What do you got?
You're recording.
I am, if you don't mind.
Information on Citizens Climate Lobby, which is an international organization,
Great.
actually, that started as a national U.S. organization to put a cap on carbon and on a national level and have it be budget neutral in terms, because the companies that extract things that burn CO2 have to pay a price, and then that money goes back to you and I and every person over 18.
Okay.
I think even kids under 18 get half that or something like that. So we're trying to make a move on a national level, and it's not great political times. On the other hand, there's a bipartisan, which means there has to be, if you're a Democrat and you want to be on, you have to get a Republican and be on, and it's just doubled since the Trump administration went in. It's now got 38 participants, and I think when it gets 50, it gets to introduce legislation. So, well on the way to actually putting a bill on the table somewhere.
That sounds fantastic.
Who are you recording for?
I am a science podcaster. If you don't mind, I would like to include your comments on my show.
Sure.
And I can tell people all about this.
You bet.
And I would love to spread the word.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Help get the word out. There's
Yeah.
a chapter here in Eugene. There's chapters all over the country and all over the world.
Yeah. All right. Sounds great. Thank you. Hi, excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt. I have a science podcast and I'm doing a few interviews today. I wondered if you would like to say a few words about what brings you out here today.
Sure. That's interesting. We've never been on a podcast.
All right, well.
So we're here today to support science, and I work in social science.
Okay.
So I'm here for social science. And we're supporting funding for research and all kinds of research. The National Institute of Health, Trump proposed that a 20% cut to their budget, and that would be devastating. And so we are here to support funding for science and research.
Wonderful. And are these
These are
two
my
young gentlemen
kids.
with you?
Yes. You want to show them your poster? So he's got a truffle tree. It says, unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not.
Yeah. I think we've all forgotten the lessons of Theodore Geisel,
Yes,
right?
yes.
taught a lot of us very young, and we should remember that. All right.
Yes.
Thank you very much for your
Yes.
time.
Yeah.
That's where you can find my show. So in a few days,
wonderful.
it'll be up, and you'll be
Okay.
on it. Oh, could I get your name? First name is fine.
Larissa.
Larissa. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for your
Yeah,
time.
Thanks.
Hi, I host a science podcast, and I wondered if you would mind saying a few words about what brings you to the march today.
Well, obviously there are forces in our country right now which are trying to deny science and use their position for their own profit, and that can be very harmful to the earth and to people's health with climate change and pollution, and they want to take money away from the EPA, they want to take money away from NIH and NOAA and other places. So those are some of the reasons we're here, and we also are scientists. I'm an astronomer, and I feel it's really important for people to know how the world works rather than just some fantasy or what a con man tells them.
So, where do you work?
I'm retired now, but I worked in aerospace.
Okay.
Have you ever used Google Earth?
I have indeed.
Okay, well, I developed the first satellite that made those pictures possible.
Oh,
that was my
fantastic.
concept, and I got Lockheed to pay money for it to launch it without government help, to make a commercial high-resolution satellite.
And that's one of I think it was Carl Sagan famously said that we use so much technology and we don't understand it. And that's even more true now. Things like Google Earth are everywhere. I mean, I'm here recording you on my cell phone.
Right.
That I can,
That requires science to work.
Everything around us is science,
Right.
so we definitely need a lot more understanding of it.
Yeah, I was Carl Sagan's first undergraduate research student, and what I did then was to show that looking at the Earth with weather satellites, which had about 1 kilometer resolution, you couldn't tell if there were any humans or any life at all even on Earth very well. And that eventually became this better than 1 meter resolution that we have for Google Earth.
Yeah, fantastic. Can I get your name too?
Steve Kilston.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your time. A minute or two to let me know why you're here today.
Sure.
If you don't mind, give me your name and maybe what you do.
My name is Jules Bacon, and I'm a PhD student in environmental science studies and policy here at the UO. And I teach mostly social science, environmental sociology and things like that.
Okay.
I don't know, I just think it's a mess if we have an elected leader who doesn't believe in science. Like, I don't even understand how we have to defend science because it's been like such a, fundamental mainstream idea. And apparently he believes in science enough to use bombs and develop warfare, but not when it counts about the climate or caring for the planet or anything like that.
It's kind of highly unscientific to only believe it when it's convenient.
Yeah, right. I mean, he treats science like other people treat religion, right? They only believe the parts they like. And so it's just tremendously problematic, and I'm worried about the state of the environment.
Right. I see your sign here says, decolonize science, don't deny it.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you?
Well, it could mean a lot of things, who knows, but at the very minimum, taking indigenous observations of the natural world seriously and working with indigenous people in an equitable way and not taking advantage of them any further than we already have in this country. So.
Okay, great, wonderful. I appreciate it. Thank you for your time.
Of course, you're welcome.
And thanks again for tuning in to this special edition of the show. This is a little extra thing out of the normal scope of the show, so you should expect back to the regular thing with episode number 47 next week. This one here is not going to get its own number. It's just going to sit there and do its thing. And thank you for tuning in. Come to panfuture.org to find all the things and send me email and do the Twitter stuff and all that. And I will talk to you again in the future.